Hi, and welcome to the St. Johnsbury School website. My name is Linda Schneider, and I'm going to talk to you about how you can help your child keep up their reading for the summer. First of all, it's really important to read over the summer. Studies show that if children don't read, they start school back up in September, and they're usually a level or two behind where they ended in June. So surround your child with books. The Athenaeum in town has a reading incentive program that they offer over the summer. The kickoff is on June 17th at 4 p.m., but if you miss that, your child can sign up at any time during the summer. Just stop into the children's section and talk to Mackenzie Ross, the children's librarian. Mackenzie also has multiple copies of all of the DCF books. So for the older students, if they're interested in reading the DCF books, these are books that have gotten awards in the state of Vermont. There are multiple copies available at the Athenaeum. For younger students, it's important to remember that print is everywhere and to play some word games with your children. So if you're in the car and you're going on vacation and you need to pass the time in the car, play some word games like name that sound. Say a word and ask your child to tell you the sound they hear at the beginning, the middle, or the end of the word. You could play rhyme time. Give your child a word and ask them to come up with a word that rhymes, or give them two words and ask them if those words rhyme. How about antonym adventure? We want kids to know opposites. So you could say something like hot and your child would say cold, or up and down are also antonyms. Or do a synonym search. These are words that have basically the same meaning. For example, a bucket is the same as a pail. So you could give your child a word and ask them to come up with a synonym. Another example is tired and sleepy. Or give them riddles, such as, I'm thinking of a word that has 3 letters. It starts with the letter D and it's an animal. And you want your child to be thinking and say, oh, that's dog. I'd also like to promote a program that's happening in town for the summer that's called Story Walk. The Story Walk will be available on Railroad Street between Eastern Avenue and Portland Street, and here's how it works. It's a progressive reading of a story. So we are asking families to follow the trail starting at the Moose River Lodge. That's where page 1 will be of the book, and then as you travel along on Railroad Street all the way down to the aquarium, aquarium store, there are pages of a book in storefront windows. So you would start by reading page 1 at Moose River Lodge and then move on. When you get to the aquarium store, you'll cross the street and go to Kaplan's, and the rest of the book continues on that side of Railroad Street. The story will end outside the tap room, and there will be a guest check-in list there. So we'd ask that you sign your name and leave any comments so we can keep track of how many families are availing themselves to the Story Walk. The stories will change 4 times during the summer. So next week our first story will be up. It's called Sam and the Firefly. We have a firefly theme going this summer, and every 2 weeks or so we will switch out the book pages in the storefront windows and put in a new book. So remember to read, read, read with your child this summer. You can read to them, you can listen to them read, you can take turns reading, but make sure that you read this summer. Happy reading.